Factsverse presents Secrets of the Oscar Awards That Nearly Nobody Knows. Number 1. Lack of diversity. During the 2016 Oscars, the hashtag #OscarsSoWhite was really popular. This isn't the only time that there was no diversity, though, when it came to choosing the winners. In 2015, Jada Pinkett Smith and Spike Lee boycotted the ceremony because there was no diversity. Since the first Oscar Awards, only 6.4% of the awards went to non-white actors. You can see why African American and Hispanic actors are so disgusted with the award ceremony. Number 2. Films that we've never heard of. If you've ever watched the Oscars, you know that there are often nominations and winners from movies that you've probably never heard of. The way the winners are chosen is how this is possible. There are 6,000 members of the Academy, and there are 15 branches. Each branch is allowed to select nominations for its particular category. After the nominations are put in, anyone in the entire Academy can vote for the winner. And that makes no sense because members without any expertise in a category can still vote in that category. This is why we often see winners in films that we've never heard of. Number 3. The exception. The only category that is the exception is foreign language films. The only members of the Academy who are allowed to vote in this category are members who have either paid to see the movie or attended an official screening held by the Academy. In 2013, this rule was temporarily suspended and the entire Academy was allowed to vote for foreign language films. That was the first time since 1956. Members were on the honor system and they were trusted about seeing the films. They found that the honor system doesn't work in Hollywood, and the old rules now apply again. Number 4. Memory snubs. During every Oscar ceremony, there is a "in memory of" portion where all actors and actresses who passed away in the previous year are memorialized. What you might not know is that not every celebrity gets added to the reel. A perfect example of this is Joan Rivers. The year she passed away, she was not included in this portion of the evening. She was, however, included in the reel that was shown on the Oscars website, but she was snubbed at the event itself. It's the Academy who chooses who is included and who is excluded in this portion of the evening. In a perfect world, every person who died in the previous year would be added. Unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world. Number 5. The envelopes have understudies. The Oscars are one of the biggest nights of the year in Hollywood. The event is planned well in advance, and every little detail is taken care of to make sure that things go smoothly. During the show, presenters are given beautifully decorated golden envelopes that contain the name of the winners. If you ever watched the show, you know that there are 24 winners, which means that there should be 24 envelopes, right? Well, the show's producers don't want to risk an envelope being damaged or going missing, so they make 3 envelopes for each category. In total, 72 envelopes are created. After the ceremony, the extra 2 envelopes are just thrown away. Selling them on eBay for charity, I think, sounds like a much better idea than throwing them in the trash, but, well, there you go. Number 6. Voters don't always watch the movies. It's not uncommon for voters to choose a film without even seeing it. In 2013, the film 12 Years a Slave won Best Picture, and many Academy members admit that they didn't see it. The film that was nominated for Best Animated Short was also not seen by most of the voters that voted on it. When Brokeback Mountain was nominated for Best Picture in 2006, Academy members Tony Curtis and Ernest Borgnine, who were both members of the Academy, had no problem telling the world that they didn't see the film and that they refused to do so. That goes to show you that films and stars that were nominated might not have deserved it, and the ones who are not nominated and who are not winners should have been the winners. How can you watch an award show knowing that the results are false? If you're not loved by Hollywood, there's a good chance that you will never, ever win, even if you deserve to. Number 7. The losers don't lose. So if you're now concerned about the nominees who don't win, don't be concerned. Nominees are given a gift bag, and these bags are much more extravagant than you might think. According to Harper's Bazaar, last year's gift bags were worth $232,000. The bag contained a 10-day VIP trip to Israel worth $55,000. It had personalized M&Ms worth $300, a vampire breast lift worth $1,900, and much more. Considering that the Golden Oscar costs $400 to make, the losers aren't actually the losers. Number 8. Seat fillers. There are 3,400 seats in the Dolby Theater where the Oscars are held. Each of these seats is filled with celebrities and nominees. When the camera flashes to the audience, you never see an empty seat. The ceremony is 3 hours long, and you can't expect that every celebrity can remain seated the entire time. Some might need to go to the bar, some might need to use the restroom, maybe go out and smoke a cigarette, some need to just get some air. Well, the reason you never see an empty seat is that the show's producers hire people to fill those seats. These are people who dress up in evening wear and they wait for a celebrity to get up. When they do, a seat filler takes the place for the celebrity until they come back to their seat. The seat fillers don't get paid for this either. However, a free trip to the Oscars and a chance to share a table with some of Hollywood's elite, that pretty much makes it worth the trouble. Number 9. For your consideration. This is one of the secrets of the Oscar Awards that nearly nobody knows but should know. Not every actor and actress has a reel sent to the Academy for their consideration. It's actually up to the studio to choose which films and which actors are going to be considered for an Oscar nomination. This is yet another example that the Oscars are not fair to everyone who has starred in a film that year. Hopefully, in time, this will change and everyone will get a shot at winning an Oscar. But I'm not holding my breath. Number 10. Ellen's selfie was planned. Ellen DeGeneres posted an iconic photo with all of the Hollywood's greats, and it was the most shared photo on Twitter the year it happened. The selfie was supposed to have been spontaneous. However, apparently just like everything else in Hollywood, it's been discovered that the whole thing was planned by Samsung. She used a Samsung phone to take the photo, and Samsung just so happened to be a major sponsor that evening. What surprised you the most? Tell us about it in the comments below, and subscribe for more.